super quick productivity tip today. The gist of which is that it's useful to have different browsers signed in and used for different purposes. So what I mean by this is, in the modern context of web browsers, there's some pretty decent options. Firefox, Chrome, basically both very good. And then whatever your default operating system browser is. If you're in Windows, probably Edge. If you're in Mac, probably Safari, which are decent, not as bad as they used to be. Certainly, obviously, a lot of us still lean towards Firefox or Chrome, but they're free, quick to install, and so it's easy to have 2 or 3 different browsers on your system. If you don't like your built-in ones, just use Chrome and Firefox both. But the idea is that you have one of them that's permanently logged into your personal accounts, or has those passwords saved, has those cookies, etc., etc., etc. And on the other browser, you have your work-related stuff, your productivity-related stuff, right? Whether or not it's your actual work. It may not be the same thing as your day job. Maybe your moonlighting, your side task, your personal projects, your hobby, your area of focused interest, right? I mean, if you're a writer, maybe it's reading groups, maybe it's writing classes. It's those kind of things logged in a completely different browser. And what this does, it helps create a digital space, much like it's useful to segment our physical spaces, so that when you're in a certain browser, you can't compulsively flip to a different tab and automatically be logged into Reddit because that's on your personal browser. You can't flip to a different tab and then sort of mix those mental spaces. That if you're in one, then it's your personal emails, it's your personal Facebook, it's your personal whatever things you like to do when you hang out in your own time, just to relax, recover, rest, read the news, whatever. And then the other one is your productivity browser. And again, it doesn't really matter which one which. It super doesn't matter at all. Unless there's maybe some random plugin you want to use for one or the other that only works on one browser. But aside from that, it's an arbitrary choice. It's just about a matter of how you use these tools so that you can keep a separate mental space, separate set of habits, separate set of bookmarks, separate set of conveniences. Because at the end of the day, a lot of things we wind up doing really come down to what do we make convenient or inconvenient for ourselves to do. The more convenient it is, the more likely we are to tip towards doing it. The more inconvenient we make it for ourselves, the less likely we are to do. And there's a certain filter that has to be passed, a certain lump we have to get over to acknowledge to ourselves if we open the other browser that we are switching from productivity mode to play around, relax, recover mode, which is fine, but it makes us mentally pass that barrier in a way that's a little more intense than just open the other bookmark, then again, pop open the tab and start auto-typing and auto-completing, whatever. Ideally, right, your productivity browser doesn't even auto-complete sites that are just kind of hang around, time-wasting, aggregator kind of social media, whatever it might be. Or, a lot of you out there, I realize, have separate social media accounts, like I do, for business-related things or creativity-related things, game development, whatever it is, separate from your personal politics and other sort of rambling channel. And so that's also where you've got those logged in differently for YouTube, for Twitter, for maybe if you have a Facebook page, whatever, those might be separately logged in your different browsers. That's the tip for the day. It's all there is to it. Not a whole lot else. If you find this helpful, if you've done this sort of thing before, I'd be curious to hear in the comments. Or if you want to commit yourself to trying it, you want to comment down below, let me know that you're going to try it. You're going to go in on this. Be curious to hear which browser you're using for which. Just as something to say, something to kind of get the ball rolling, something to kind of make it concrete. Not just this nebulous thought of like, oh, that's a good idea, and then not putting it into action. That's it for the day. Thanks for always tuning in. Have another video for y'all tomorrow.